When a guy texts women and doesn't get the results that he wants, he'll often start using techniques that seem confident but are actually insecure. The woman then notices that and she either loses interest or she starts playing hard to get. So when you're texting women, you need to make sure that you're using a confident approach at all times. If you start using techniques that are based on insecurity, they will cause you problems. You'll lose your opportunities with girls who like you, women will play hard to get, and texting will be a frustrating experience for you. So here are 4 texting tricks that seem confident but are actually insecure. Number 1, always waiting for her to text first. So if a guy's truly confident and he doesn't care whether he gets a particular girl or not, and he never texts her first, he just waits for her to text him because he's got other options, then that's fine, right? He's being confident in his attractiveness to her. He knows that she wants him, she likes him, and if she wants something, then she can text him. Otherwise, she misses out. Yet when a guy always waits for a woman to text first because he doesn't want to seem needy or too keen, then he's not confident, right? He's insecure. He doesn't believe in his attractiveness to her. He is waiting for her to text him first so he can then seem cool enough by replying to her text rather than texting her first. Now, on the surface level, he might tell himself or he might tell other guys or other people, I don't chase girls. If they want me, they have to text me. But deep down, guys like that are almost always going to be afraid of pursuing a woman and getting rejected by her. Therefore, the guy is insecure. He's not confident and he is relying on the woman to make him feel confident based on how she's texting him, how she's approaching him. Number 2, acting uninterested. So sometimes a guy does text first, but he doesn't want to seem needy or keen, so he acts uninterested and doesn't try to arrange a meetup with the woman, which is what you need to do when you're texting women. You need to make them feel attracted and get them to meet up with you so you can then have sex or a relationship. But when a guy is insecure and he's trying to act confident, he'll sometimes have an opportunity to arrange a date with a woman, but he won't because he wants to seem cool and doesn't want to seem needy and so forth. So, for example, he reaches out and says, hey, how's your day going? She then says, not bad, eating lunch at the moment, busy day at work. And she uses the emoji there to show that she is feeling stressed or she's working hard and so on. So she's showing some interest in the conversation there. She's not just replying with a basic answer like not bad and not giving him anything else to work with, right? She is saying that she's eating lunch at the moment. She's saying that she's having a busy day at work. So she's contributing to the conversation there. She's giving him something to work with. He then replies with, yeah, same, looking forward to relaxing tonight with a beer. And she asks, you going out for a drink or? And he says, nah, just having a beer at home. And she says, oh, okay, cool, enjoy. And he then says, I definitely will, with a winky smile. Now, this guy really likes her. He wants to get her out on a date, but because he's insecure and he's worried about getting rejected by her, he starts acting like he's not even that interested. I'm gonna go home and have a beer by myself. Guys like that often need the woman to show even more interest because they're afraid of getting rejected if they arrange a meetup. And in most cases, a woman doesn't want to show a lot of interest because she's worried about getting rejected. She's worried that if she shows too much interest, the guy's then going to reject her. Or if she shows too much interest, the guy might have too much power over her in the relationship. Or if she shows too much interest, then the guy might hook up with her and be with her for a while, even though he's not interested in her. So that's going to end up being a waste of time for her. So there are all sorts of reasons why a woman won't show loads of interest and keep pursuing a guy, which is why you always need to be confident. You've got to be the man, make her feel attracted and arrange something rather than trying to use tricks and play games with girls that will probably be insecure or will want to see that you are interested enough to pursue her and actually arrange something. So let's have a look at the conversation again, but this time arrange a catch up with her. So it starts off in exactly the same way. The guy says, hey, how's your day going? And she says exactly the same thing. Not bad, eating lunch at the moment, busy day at work. And he says, yeah, same, looking forward to relaxing tonight with a beer. She then says, you going out for a drink or? And he says, well, I was going to have a beer at home, but how about we catch up for a couple of drinks after work in the city? I finish at 5, you? Okay, I can do that. I finish at 5:30. Where though? Cool, should be fun. Let's meet at, and then a bar near her work. See you there about 5:45ish. Yeah, I know that place. Okay, see you then. So the other guy who said that he's just going to have a beer at home, and then the girl said, "Oh, I enjoy that," and he says, "I definitely will," was acting indifferent, right? He was acting like he wasn't that interested in her, when secretly he really likes her and he wants to be with her. He wants to go out on a date with her, right? But he's going to act like that because he's insecure. Whereas a confident guy is just going to make something happen, right? He's not going to play games. He's not going to use tricks. He's just going to get to the point, which is what women want a guy to do. They appreciate that. They know how difficult it is to come across a guy who doesn't just keep chatting and chatting and chatting for days or weeks, or a guy who acts like he's not that interested and so forth. Women want to come across a guy who's able to make them feel attracted, arrange a catch up, and move things forward. Now, in this particular texting exchange, though, the guy didn't do a lot to attract her, but because he was moving things forward in a confident manner and he was being the man, he is making her feel attracted by being masculine and confident, right? So that's attractive. Now, the guy could have made her feel more attracted by using some humor, but in many cases, when the woman has a lot of interest in you, you just need to be confident, masculine, be a bit charming, and move things forward. But if you want to make sure that the woman is truly interested and attracted, then you can add in some humor and flirting to build up her attraction before you arrange a meetup. So for example, when the girl asked, "You going out for a drink?" or a funny reply can be something like, "Yes, as long as you take me out somewhere nice, pay for all the drinks, and then make sure I get home safe," with a tongue sticking out emoji and the laughing emoji. Essentially, the guy is saying what a woman would normally think, right? She's going to get taken out, she's going to get drinks bought for her, the guy's going to be a gentleman and make sure she gets home safe and so forth. So therefore, it's going to be funny to the woman that the guy's expecting her to do that for him. Another funny example is to say something like, "Yes, if you take me out somewhere nice," with a tongue sticking out emoji and the laughing emoji. What bar do you have in mind, right? So he is essentially being confident there. He's assuming that she's asking him, "You going out for a drink?" or because she wants to take him out for a drink, when in reality, she's saying that because she's hoping that he suggests that she join him for a drink, but he's interpreting what she's saying as meaning that she's going to take him out to a bar. So he's saying, "Yes, if you take me out somewhere nice, what bar do you have in mind?" So therefore, the woman's going to feel a bit shocked in the moment in a positive way, and she's going to laugh at that. A confident, charming type of reply would be something like, "Yes, you and me can unwind and relax with a drink after a hard day of work. I know a great place. Sound good?" And another type of funny reply would be, "Yes, first round is on me, then you buy me drinks for the rest of the night," with a JK, right? So he's only kidding there, and he's putting in the laughing emoji as well. Now, a guy doesn't have to include the JK and the laughing emoji if he has the confidence just to say something like that and let the woman feel shocked and reply and laugh. He can do that. But if he wants to play it a bit more safe, he can put in the JK there and the laughing emoji. In this case, he replies with, "LOL, I'm fine with taking turns to buy rounds." And he says, "All good. I'll be a gentleman and get the tab. I know a great place in the city," and then says the name of a bar near her work in the city and says, "I finish at 5 p.m. You?" 5:30. I know that place. Cool atmosphere there. I can be there at like 5:45. Okay, cool. See you then, Sophie. Looking forward to unwinding with a drink tonight. Same. See you then. So rather than acting uninterested to try to trick her into chasing him and so forth, he's just going to make her feel attracted and arrange a meetup. That's what women want you to do. That is what works. Okay, so the next texting trick that seems confident but is actually insecure is walking away if she doesn't continue to show a lot of interest via text. Now, I already mentioned some of the reasons why a woman won't continue to show a lot of interest via text, but another reason to add in here is that sometimes a woman is just a bit more traditional when it comes to the masculine and feminine dynamic. She believes that a man should pursue a woman and arrange a meetup rather than expecting her to do that for him. Right? So sometimes a woman will pursue a man and it's totally fine. You can get women to chase you and they enjoy that as well. But sometimes you'll come across a woman who wants to have the man pursue her and arrange something. And if the guy doesn't do that, she's just not going to pursue him. So a guy who walks away when a woman isn't showing a lot of continued interest via text is often insecure because he needs a woman to reassure him that she likes him enough before he'll then pursue her. But the reality is that there are so many reasons why a woman won't do that. And also, sometimes a woman doesn't have a lot of interest in a guy. She's kind of interested. She has like a medium level of interest in him. And if he were to pursue her, get her out on a date and create some sexual tension between him and her and get to a kiss, then she could really like him. She could fall in love with him. But at this point, she could take him or leave him, right? So if he's walking away and thinking, well, I'm not going to text her, I'm not going to follow through because she's not showing a lot of interest via text, then he may lose an opportunity with a woman who would have truly loved him, but based on the medium level of attraction she was feeling for him when she matched with him on a dating app, based on his pictures or whatever, or the medium level of attraction she was feeling for him when they met in person, she's just not that interested at this point, but she could become interested. She could fall in love with him. She could really want to be with him, but what she's getting so far from him isn't making her feel like, wow, I need to pursue this guy. I need to text him every day. I need to ask him out on a date and so forth, right? I need to show lots of interest. She's just not going to show that unless he pursues her and makes something happen. And finally, showing a lack of emotion. So just replying with 1 or 2 word texts or acting like he doesn't care. There's nothing wrong with replying with a 1 or 2 word text to a woman, and in some cases, it actually makes her feel more attracted. But when a guy is acting like he's tough and acting like he's not interested and acting like he's Mr. Cool, then it's based on insecurity, right? A truly confident guy is going to text whatever he wants to text at any moment without worrying what the woman may think or feel. He has independent confidence, right? He's confident regardless of how the other person is behaving, whereas the guy who is insecure has dependent confidence, where he can only feel confident if women are reassuring him or if people are reassuring him, right? He has to get that reassurance from others and then he can feel confident. A guy like that will often show a lack of emotion via text because he is worried that if he shows some emotion, then the woman's going to think he's weak or he's keen or he's needy or he's this or that. Whereas a guy who has independent confidence is going to use an emoji to show some emotion, like a laughing emoji, or he's going to show some interest in what him and her are talking about, or he's going to say, oh yeah, I love that sort of thing, or I really like that. He's going to show some emotion about it. Whereas a guy who has dependent confidence is going to try to reserve his emotions, and he might say, oh yeah, that's cool, or oh, that's nice, or that's interesting. Those are not his emotions, right? His emotions are, wow, I think that is cool. I really like that. Or that's really interesting to me. He's going to own the emotion, right? He's not going to be afraid to say it. He's not going to be afraid to be judged by the woman. But a guy who's insecure is going to show a lack of emotion. And on the surface, it might seem like the guy is being confident by showing a lack of emotion. But as you should be able to understand by this point in the video, it's actually insecure, right? Because he's afraid of being judged. He's afraid of expressing himself. And the woman then saying something about that or reacting in a certain way. He is afraid of that sort of thing happening. Whereas a truly confident guy is just going to say whatever he wants to say. He's going to express himself. And if the girl likes it or not, he's still going to be confident, right? He's not going to be confident only if the girl says that it's good that he said that, or if she reassures him. He's going to be confident no matter what. So if you've ever struggled to feel confident when you're texting women you really like, right? The ones that you really like and you really want to get, then I recommend that you watch my program, Text Attraction. In the program, you will learn exactly how to text women in a way that makes them feel attracted to you. And you will also learn how to text women in a way where you are truly being confident. You never feel insecure when you text women. You always feel confident and you always move things forward with a woman in a way that she wants and welcomes. Text Attraction also comes with a free bonus 1,200 text examples, and that's a collection of all the text from the program in order with a table of contents so you can easily find any text you want when you're texting live with a woman. When you use the Text Attraction approach, you will always make women feel attracted via text and you will always get to a date. You'll never lose another opportunity with a woman that you find attractive ever again. One final point that I want to make for you in this video is that women actually want you to text them and make them feel a little bit of attraction and arrange a date. you're not being a needy, weak guy for doing that, right? Don't ever think like the insecure guys out there who assume that they have to play it cool and, never text her or wait 2 weeks or wait 2 days or whatever to text her back. Just be a confident man, make her feel attracted via text, and get her to meet up with you. When you do that, you are being the man. You're making things happen, and that's how women see it. They like it. They want that, right? So don't ever think that you're being a needy or insecure guy by reaching out to a woman and making something happen.